Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace.
About 1,000 miles to the northwest, there is a huge hurricane that's ripping its way through the Atlantic. And by this time tomorrow, we are going to see the effects of that hurricane. So I don't think we're going to see any wind from the hurricane.
Welcome everybody as you join me on a very short landscape photography trip to the island of Madeira. In the last episode I visited the beautiful Fennel Forest, broke my 24-70,
My tripod just blew over in the wind.
and then fixed it again.
That is a working lens.
Today I'll be mostly hiking as me and my mate Thor desperately try to battle these ferocious winds brought on by that hurricane.
So we are currently standing on the northwest corner of Madeira. Now if I record my screen and show you the app that I'm using, which is called windy.com, it's a popular app. I'm sure most of you have got it. If not, you should definitely get it. So we are here just outside of Porto Muniz on this top corner. Now if I zoom out, you are going to see the hurricane up to the northwest. You see that hurricane? Now we're not going to be hit by the winds from that hurricane, but what we are going to get is the swell. So this is what the swell looks like now. It's around about 2 meters, and if I look out to sea behind me, I'd say yes, that is a 2-meter swell. But let me fast forward to sunrise tomorrow morning, let's say 7 a.m. Look at that. That is like dark red hitting it. Let's go forward a bit more to 9 a.m. and you can see the swell is going to go from about 2 meters to about 6 meters. That is crazy. I can't imagine what it's going to look like. And this is a beautiful spot for sunrise. So if there aren't too much clouds in the sky, which I doubt, but if we get a bit of light hitting these sea stacks with a 6-meter swell, that is going to be incredible. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that hurricane and tomorrow morning. Well, morning everybody. It's now the following day as we walk towards the beach in hope of this hurricane swell. Just look at this though. This road that we're on is closed, and that boulder you can see behind me is why. It's fallen from up there, so yeah, a little bit worrying. So I'm going to get set up and be very wary. You see that wave there? Look at the size of that, man. Yeah, it's a big swell, but with that comes a danger.
Unfortunately, this shoot was a bit of a bust. I couldn't get the composition I wanted because it was too dangerous. And then to make the situation worse, the heavens opened and we experienced incredibly heavy rainfall, which made it unshootable.
Oh, it's chucking it down, man. Oh, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's just, man, it's just... I don't know how much my gear's gonna survive, man. I mean, I'm currently shooting this video on an XT4. Oh, I don't know, is it worth it? Oh, so yeah, I don't think it's worth... Oh, man, but just look at that though. Oh, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. It's just... It's like trying to photograph in an actual shower. I thought this was going to be a shorts and t-shirt adventure, but this whole trip has been nothing but wet. But I've loved it, man. It's a short trip, but I've loved every minute.
Well, after being washed out at the beach, the rain finally stopped in the afternoon and we drove up to the Pico de Ruivo, the highest peak on Madeira. The summit is just a short hike from the car park and offers incredible views on all sides, but my first image couldn't have been further from those epic views.
So it's so windy and so unmanageable that I have Thor. I have Thor operating camera, so if the camera work is terrible, well, we can all blame Thor, can't we? No, but this is beautiful, and I'm so excited to shoot this image, so excited to share this image with you, because it's so cool. Hey, come with me. Watch your step. Oh. This place is beautiful. It's unreal. You're surrounded by what looks like Jurassic Park, huge ridge lines and gnarly trees everywhere and big peaks, and it's fantastic and it's epic. But what I like to do in these situations is try and move away from the bigger picture, pull out a telephoto lens like the 100-400 and just start to pick out compositions and the way the light falls on the landscape, the way that distant objects make abstract patterns and shapes. It's fantastic. Woo! But it's not easy. Anyway, there's a shot down here. There's all of these petrified, well, they may not be petrified, there's all of these dead trees, these skeletal looking trees, and I just love going in at those trees at 400 mil. They're about half a kilometre on the other side of the valley, and if we go in at 400 mil and fill the frame with these trees, it looks like spider webs or cobwebs. It's fantastic, and it's an image that I'm so excited about. I don't consider myself to have a photographic style, but if I did, this image would slot perfectly in that portfolio. So let's have a look here. I'm at f5.6, 400 mil, filling the frame with these trees and just waiting for the breaks in the wind to fire off a shot. It's beautiful, and it's probably my favourite image of the trip. So it's been a couple of hours now since that photograph of all the trees on the hillside, and we're hoping that as the sun sets, maybe some cloud will roll in or we'll get some colour, but I don't know, it's looking hit or miss. But I was reviewing that image that you've just seen, and I think it's one of my, certainly I believe it's my best image from the trip. You know, I'm probably being a bit premature of judging it, but right now as it stands, it's my favourite image from the trip. And it's been a great trip, it really has. It's been a short one, it's ending, tomorrow's my last day. But the video doesn't, I don't feel like the videos I've produced are any good. I don't feel they're cohesive. It's been windy, it's been raining, it's been a challenge to film the photography, a challenge to tell the story. And that's a shame, because the images, especially this last one and the ones from the Fennell Forest, forget the one this morning, absolute nothing, but yeah, I've just really struggled with the video creation on this trip. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to get that off my chest. So if the last video and this video have felt a bit clunky, that's why. I'm just really struggling to get into my groove. Just stand up, look at the landscape, look at the tree, and then just, yeah, now you can just go back to what you were doing. So I'm a little bit jealous of Thor right now, photographing this tree. Just as the mist is coming in, that looks nice. Yeah, I haven't got I think Thor's shooting this at 15 mil and he's struggling to get it in. So I'd have no chance at 24 mil. I'm all right though. I'll see what happens. See what happens. Let's place our bets. See if we get one more shot this evening. Oh, yeah. Okay, we've decided to Christian Bale. It's just really windy and cold, and it's not quite, the light's not quite working out. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Welcome to a new day, ladies and gentlemen, and also the last day. What end is this? Is this the eastern end? East. Yeah. So, myself and Thor Photography, we've made it out to the very, very eastern end of Madeira. And what I am looking at now is difficult to describe in words. Epic, dramatic, and surprisingly to me, incredibly colourful. It's just beautiful, look at this. All right, so to begin with, I'm just gonna go image stabilization on handheld and just shoot. It's very, very difficult to kind of take your time and build and work different compositions because we are restricted to what effectively is a 2 meter by 2 meter area of semi-shelter from the wind. And I can't comprehend how difficult it would be to do photography exposed to this wind. It must be 40, 50 mile an hour, gusting 75, 80. So yeah, not good. But the view from here is fantastic and we can see everything we need to see. We have atmosphere, we have light, we have obviously fantastic views. Got 2 lenses, 24-70, 100-400, and that's it, man. Image stabilization, what else do you need? Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm quite excited. So I'm just popping on a polarizer right now just to see if we can increase the saturation of the color on the rocks over there, on the cliff faces. And then we have plenty of time to just wait and see what happens with the light. Tell you though, I tell you, nothing on Madeira has been easy. Nothing.
Well, you can see from this handheld shaky footage how windy it is. It's not even possible for me to film a steady shot, but I did manage to get one photograph of this beautiful cliff face with image stabilization on. Not easy considering the ferocious winds.
So I grabbed a few shots handheld and I think I got some okay ones, some nice detail. But I've removed my polarizing filter. I'm gonna go for a pano because this expanse of land, this peninsula, is just unreal. And well, 24mm doesn't get anywhere near. So as always, when shooting a pano, level tripod, everything on manual on the camera, and that way the frames don't change as you move through the scene. And that's it. I would usually use a 2-second timer between shots, but in this instance, because it's so windy, I'm actually just going to keep hold of the camera and just press the shutter. I've upped my ISO to give me a faster shutter speed, so I'm quite confident we are not going to get any camera shake. Just realised that Thor's arse has been in shot this entire time. It's right, the ladies, one for the ladies. There we go, a pano of this beautiful shot. The light is changing so quickly, I'll probably shoot like 50 more panos and pick the best one, but yeah, pretty happy with that. I just wish this flipping wind would ease off because it's hard work up here, hard work, but incredibly rewarding and well worth it.
Well, as I just mentioned, I did indeed shoot this pano many times as the light changes. Now you can see my first version here with the sunlight, which is quite nice, rich, colourful and high in contrast. However, I think I prefer this version, which is much lower contrast and more atmospheric, but I'm not entirely convinced. So please let me know in the comments which of these two panoramics you prefer.
So with landscape photography, patience certainly is the name of the game. And I tell you what, most of the time it doesn't pay off, but we're waiting until sunset. We've been here about an hour or so. We have about another hour or so to go. And it's impossible to predict what's going to happen because, man, it is so incredibly changeable. Tell you what, whilst we're waiting, I will do the sponsorship read. And the sponsor of this video is Squarespace. So thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this. If you don't know who Squarespace are, they're an all-in-one website building platform. So as a photographer, you might want yourself a nice professional looking website, but don't necessarily have the skills or the means to either do it yourself or employ a web building company to build one for you. So you can do it all yourself using Squarespace's intuitive drag and drop system, nice and easy. You get yourself your own domain, nice online gallery, an online store if you want to sell your own artwork. Yeah, just have a look at squarespace.com/Heaton and give it a free try. And if you like free trial, use the offer code Heaton for 10% off your first purchase. A definite must do if you want a nice website for your photography. So Thor, if you had one word to describe Madeira, what would that one word be?
Decent beer.
That's two words.
So beer.
I would say windy.
Windy, it's very windy.
Beer.
Very windy. We've been unlucky, you know, with this hurricane thing. So I think it's been unusually windy here.
Whew, okay, so, hang on, where are we? There we are, flipping it. These videos never get any more professional, do they? Decided to bail, we're going to call it. The low cloud and the rain's really come in now. You can barely see the peninsula, and it's going to be dark in about 10 minutes time. So I guess this is it. I guess this is the end of the video. It's been a flying visit to Madeira, just a few days, but it's been beautiful. I think I've mentioned this already, probably have. I don't feel like the videos have gone well at all, because I've never found my feet with the video, with the filmmaking, the storytelling. But the photography I have thoroughly enjoyed. So I hope you too have enjoyed the photography. And with a bit of luck, you'll have enjoyed the videos. But I don't know. I'm going back to the UK. So yeah, so the next time you see me, we should be on home soil. So yeah. Cheers, as always, for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all next time.